Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 24 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll buy some time right. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields sliding out of the pocket. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On 1st down, Herbert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And a short gain down to about the 33. On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Herbert will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 14 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown. From the 27, Tua.
And when you measure numbers for the guys that carry the football, it's not just the yardage. How many times do they ring the bell? How many times they get into the end zone? And now that he has 15 for the year, everyone gets to celebrate, starting with his offensive line.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tua going to throw. Out to the flat here for Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
These two teams all tied after one. Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields rolling to his right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. The ball comes out. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open man is Waddle, complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And this would complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done here.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
58, right over there.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack on first down, Fields. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Play action. It's Fields. It'll buy some time right. This is caught by Robinson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Flushed out right. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Let's go, come on!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On 2nd down, Herbert only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Agba has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Tua. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They give to Johnson going right. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They go to Johnson again. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Johnson, give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down, and the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. On 1st down, it's Fields. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. Shakes off the sag, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is fielded at the 27. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Running from the gun, Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kerryon Johnson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Santos now to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Waddle Hall is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That
Thank
means
you.
2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
On 2nd and 9, Tua.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Tua sets up to pass it. Screen play, Johnson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Now it's Fields.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Fields on 1st down.
Flush to his right.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run on 1st down. Herbert. And down inside the 15 he goes. And quickly they get to the line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Khalil Herbert, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Tua going to try and go quickly here. Tua to throw. He's got Johnson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Here's Tua.
And that's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tua. And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Tua. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Now Tagovailoa.
Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. To throw is Tua. And this is Parker, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Back to throw is Tua. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, in less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.